Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Tanisha from Integrity Immigration Group. And today we have Mr. Virat from Avicenna International College, Hungary. And it's a wonderful that we have live with Mr. Virat to have all the updates and regarding all the information with the college, with the admission, eligibility, and updates regarding after COVID that it's actually borders are open. And many more things we are going to discuss step by step. So it's wonderful to have you, sir, over there.
Yeah, hi Tanisha, good morning, and thank you very much for inviting me because from last few days, or maybe you can say from last couple of weeks,
Right.
I've been uh, taking the queries of the students, and they are like they wanted to know about the is the board is open, and how is the scholarship, what is the fee structure and everything. So I'm glad that
Right.
I'm with them on live media, and I can address all to the queries which they have and you have. Thank you.
Right. So first of all, we just wanted to know about the college, the introduction, and the campus, and what sort of basically programs we have with the Avicenna International College, right?
Okay. See, Avicenna International College was established by Dr. Shahrukh Mirza Hussaini, who is the president of the college, and it was established in year 1995. He is actually one of the very renowned doctors of entire Europe, and it is and he is also accepted in the entire Europe of 50 countries. In
Okay.
Avicenna College, we provide all kind of courses. Let's say if a student has completed eighth grade or eighth class, the student can go to ninth or maybe 10th, 11th, 12th, depending upon the last education the student has done. After that, we have foundation programs for the student, in which a student can choose a particular foundation out of, let's say, English, German, or maybe technical, business, or some other foundation the student wish to. And apart from that, we have a pathway program which is with the tie-up with NCUK. NCUK basically is a association of universities around 50 who give a guaranteed pathway admission to a student after completion of foundation year at our prestigious college, that is Avicenna International College. Let's say if there is a student who has done 12th and wants to pursue you can say bachelor's in UK in University of Bristol, and the student does not have IELTS or have low academics around 50-55 and have a gap year also. So if the student comes to us and takes the admission and clears the foundation year, the student will get a guaranteed admission to University of Bristol after completion of international foundation year, because there is no IELTS required for it. Apart from that, low academics around 50-55 is also accepted, and if the student has a gap of around 5-7 years, we do entertain that also.
ओके ओके ग्रेट सो फर्स्ट foremost thing जैसे स्टूडेंट्स के माइंड में भी है मेजोरिटी ऑफ द लाइक स्टूडेंट्स हैव दैट borders must have been closed, we are restricted to travel to Hungary, we were not supposed to even reach to Hungary even after attaining the visa as well. There must be a lot of challenges and problems in seeking the appointments. So can we just clear all those things that it's clearly there are no more restrictions over there? The student if applies for the entire process of a study visa, once attains the visa, can travel to Hungary and need not to study online. I mean, there are no more restrictions. So उस चीज को आप थोड़ा सा क्लियर कर दीजिए regarding all the confusions.
एक्चुअली मैं सब स्टूडेंट से यही कहना चाहूंगा, प्लीज र्यूमर्स पे ना विश्वास नहीं करना चाहिए. यू शुड नो द फैक्ट्स फर्स्ट. Hungary embassy is open. They are issuing or they are giving the interview on daily basis from Monday to Friday. If you go to the Hungary embassy website, you can find it. अभी दिवाली के टाइम को छोड़ के दिवाली से लेकर छठ पूजा तक we did not apply for any interview, but उससे पहले around 10 of our students have been given the interview at the Hungary embassy. हंगरी के बॉर्डर्स
Okay.
ओपन है. यू कैन गो टू हंगरी, फ्लाई टू हंगरी. ओनली थिंग इज यू शुड हैव अ नेगेटिव RT-PCR रिपोर्ट. दैट्स इट, ऑफ 72 आवर्स ओल्ड. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि यू कैनॉट गो. इफ यू आर वैक्सीनेटेड that is also a plus point for you. So borders are open, you can take a ticket, you can take a visa, you can apply for the visa. Once your visa is granted to you, you can fly to Hungary and you can join our college. Nobody will restrict you. If anyone else is saying that embassy is not open or the borders are not open, please don't listen to that person.
Yeah, they should all. I mean, everything is means easily can be find it out over the like official website of the embassy and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. So, what is the exact campus location of this college?
It is in the heart of the Hungary, that is
Okay,
Budapest, and it is there from since 1995. As I told you earlier, also it was established by Dr. Shahrukh Mirza Hussaini. In the starting, we only had the foundation program in medical stream, but now we have also programs in all other streams to make students who wish to study outside. And the best part of Hungary is that it falls in the Shanigan area. And if a
okay.
student gets a visa for Hungary, it's a visa for a Shanigan area. So it's a plus point for a student. And student can have a, you can say, visa free travel to other 25 countries after getting a visa for Hungary.
Right. See, it's a kind of myth that every student wants to go either only Canada or let's say UK. But there are many students who have that much of sufficient funds that they actually doesn't have that much of funding to apply for their fees structures and all that. So every student must be given a chance to study abroad. So for all those students who have their like low budget and really wanted to go have a like quality education, they can definitely go for Hungary. And so, can we just discuss what would be the like tentative fees structure and what are the like benefits of scholarships and admission requirements?
See, first of all, like in UK, if you are getting a cash letter, you have to show 28 old days funds to them so that they can issue a cash letter to you. For us, we issue a admission letter without checking or showing of any funds which student has. To get
Okay.
a admission letter, you don't have to show any funds, and in 72 hours after the application is filed, you will get the admission letter. Also, our application fees is nil. You don't have to pay any charge for the application fees.
So I believe the best part because students mostly get puzzled into like funds and all that, and they have to sometimes drop out even their plan. So this is the best part that a student doesn't not actually get bothered and get puzzling into all those arranging funds and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Apart from that, all our courses do offer scholarship to the students. In some program, we offer like 10% also scholarship, 20 also, 30 also, and up to 40% also. So it depends on
Okay.
the course which you have want to go and pursue with us. You only have to share your education credentials. Once we check the education credentials, and then we share the same with the admission team at Budapest. Once they confirm the same, then we issue that this you can get this much scholarship in this much course. Once it is done, then you have to fill the application form, which is free of cost, and you will get the admission letter in just 72 hours after filling the application form. Apart from that, the best thing is once you do all this procedure with us, then then after that you only have to show funds for the embassy requirement, because in whatever country you are going, you have to show that this much fund you have for your living, that is accommodation, meal, or other personal expenses. It is not that you have to show any funds to the college that you have this much funds, then only the college will issue you the admission letter. Apart from that, any course which we are offering is between se- is between 5 to 7.5 lakhs Indian rupees, not more than that.
Okay, okay, great. So, basically, scholarships that will be in a range of from like 10%, and it could be on a higher side up to, as you said, is it 40 percentage?
40%.
Okay, okay,
40%.
fine. Okay. So what would be the the living and accommodation? I mean basic survival expenses. Like अगर स्टूडेंट अपना एक फीस अपना बजट प्लान करना चाहे कि आपने जैसे बताया INR में इंडियन रुपीज में it could be ranging from 5 to 7.5 lakh rupees. Apart from that, the student must carry the funds and like let's say 1 year का उसका कितना वहाँ पे कॉस्टिंग पड़ जाता है या पर मंथ एकोमोडेशन कितना उसका हो जाएगा वहाँ पे.
पर मंथ अगर स्टूडेंट ने एकोमोडेशन वहां लेना है और पर मंथ अपना मील अरेंज करना है, स्टूडेंट के पर्सनल एक्सपेंसेस भी होते हैं, तो आई वुड लाइक टू इन्फॉर्म यू दैट हंगरी इज नॉट दैट एक्सपेंसिव कंट्री. इन 5 to 700 euros, दैट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 50 से 60 हजार रुपए इंडियन रुपी के हिसाब से स्टूडेंट वहां अच्छे से रह सकता है. he can get or she can get a good accommodation, good meal, and all personal expenses can meet. Plus
Okay, okay.
student has an
And let's
advantage also. Yeah, plus student has an
okay.
advantage also because Avicenna International College has their own student dormitory where the student can come and stay, because we understand that student is coming from the other country, and student would definitely want accommodation to stay. So we do help student in that also, so that there is no problem for the student when the student comes to Hungary.
Okay, and what are the like legal working rights of a student while studying? How much does they get like working hours in a week or exactly during their study course time period?
Okay, okay. I hope that these days students are very familiar with computers, and they know Google in and out. So they can go and search also. As per the Hungary government laws, any student who is above 18 and has come for the study can work in Hungary for 24 hours a week. That is 4 hours a day for 6 days. And the pay is around 7 to 9 euros per hour
Okay.
if the student gets a work there.
Okay, okay, that's fine. And once the like, I mean, student goes in a 1 year study course program or either 2 years study course program. At any point, once they complete their study, they can move towards any other country as well. Basically, pathway options we do have with us.
Yes, we have good pathways option that after completing first year of foundation with us, student can go for the bachelor's. That is in
Okay,
either UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and that is the
okay,
best pathway options right now, because this gives a guaranteed admission to a student. But the only condition is student has to clear the foundation year. So I don't think that any other institute or any other college would be giving that option. Apart from that, that is, we only have one, you can say, certified center of NCUK in entire Europe, that is 50 countries, that is Avicenna International College.
okay, okay, great. Okay, so we already started getting some inquiries, so that will be I'm going to discuss at the end of the session, right? So meanwhile, can you
No
just
issues.
tell the admission requirements if any students who have completed the plus 2 grade or graduated or have gap, then how much gap is acceptable and what would be the admission requirements?
See, admission requirement is pretty simple. If a student is applying for, you can say, a foundation program, the student must have completed 12th class. Uh, Apart from that, if a student is applying for a NCUK pathway program, then also 12th is required with the minimum of 50 percentage. IELTS is not required. And if there is a gap of students for let's say 5 to 7 years, the student only has to share their education credentials with us, and we will assess the same and will share the, you can say, the feedback that student can apply for this particular course.
Okay, okay. And is that like maths is also a compulsory subject kind of? I mean, we have this much of only issue that mostly most of the students doesn't hold maths in their plus 2 grade. So is it that compulsory or there is any substitute as well?
See, maths is required if you are applying for a for a business foundation program. Because for the business
Okay,
foundation, a person or a student should know maths, at least the secondary level of maths, where there is plus, minus, multiplication, percentage, or maybe the division part. Because sometimes students have been asked about the mathematics, so that the college also know that which level they are and what level they have to be trained to go to the further countries to study.
So basically, for business-related programs, the maths will be requiring, and for
Yes,
foundation, we just
absolutely.
require maths. Okay, fine.
Yes.
And what are the like intakes available? Like, is it like every 2 months rolling intake, or we have like a specific intakes?
See, at Avicenna International College, it is not like that we have intakes only in January or maybe May or maybe September. We have
Okay.
intakes all around the year, starting from January to December. This has happened after COVID-19 only, because we see that students' months or years should not get wasted, and students should immediately get onto board and get studied. So that is why we have made that change, especially for the students, so that whenever student gets the visa, the next month student can travel and join our program at Avicenna International College in Budapest.
Okay, okay, fine. The very most important thing that mostly students are, especially of our like Punjab region, they are, they just get insecure once they hear the word interview, that an interview would be conducted by the high commissions. So, is that really that much tough for student to actually clear it up, or they have just their mindset that no interview I won't be able to clear it up? Because I believe this is the I mean in interview only the requirements will be asked related to the course of study, related to college, and the basically statement of purpose type.
Okay. See, I would like to update you here that once the student completes all the visa documentation, then
Right.
then the student or his or her consultant share all the documents, scan copy with us. We only take the appointment from the Hungary embassy for the interview. Let's say if we have applied for the interview request, let's say on 18th, and we have got the date of, let's say, 10th of next month or maybe 6th of next month. So whatever time is there in between, we share a sample questions which they might ask at the Hungary embassy, and one
Okay.
of persons from our team in India prepares the student for the interview, so that all the you can say, if there is any discomfort in attending an interview or giving an interview, that comes to an end, and we try to prepare student in such a manner so that student can confidently appear in front of the consulate in the embassy.
So I guess this is the most one of the salient feature that college itself is assisting the student in basically to
Yes,
have just cope up with the challenges of interview. So that is the best part.
absolutely.
So
Yes, yes,
right.
yes. Because as I said earlier, that our president of the college, Dr. Shahrukh Mirza Hussaini, is one of the renowned and the well accepted face of entire Europe. So he has only requested the embassy that all interview dates would be given or will be taken through us, and we will only prepare the students for the interview, so that all interviews can happen hassle free.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so apart from, I think we have mostly covered up all the points. We can just summarize each and everything which we have just discussed. The first foremost thing that embassy is open, so a student can
Embassy.
easily apply for the visa, and the entire process taking time of this Hungary study visa would be tentative up to 2 months.
2 to 3 months. Actually, it actually depends. Let's say if a student has applied with the online application on 18th of this month, then the student has to then we have to issue the admission letter. Student has to pay the fees, get the documents, all the documents in line. After that, we will take the appointment, because the appointment date also, after the appointment is given by the student, it also take for the 21 days to embassy to revert. So 2 to 3 months process is the time. It depends upon how fast this student is with the documentation and other things.
Right, right. Okay. And courses, as you said, that they are like foundation, business program, medical programs, and many more. Then we have pathway as well to if a student wants to like switch to another country for further education, we have that option as well. Admission requirements, I think minimum 50% is required, and without ads, easily student can apply. And
Yes,
scholarships would be ranging from 10 to 40 percentage, and intakes
absolutely.
we have multiple intakes, And anything else you wanted to add up for our students? I mean, all the viewers.
See, I would like to tell one important thing, because I do travel to Punjab and these locations, that student only want to go to Canada or maybe Australia or maybe New Zealand, but
Right.
Europe countries are welcoming Indian students, and I don't think any problem in getting a visa if it is a genuine student, a good student, and the student is really willing to go and study. So I urge all students and request all students then that if you really want to study, because if you really want to study, Shanigan area is one of the best, you can say, study abroad destination, and you can easily get a visa and you can go and study in your, you can say, dream country apart from Canada, Australia, and New Zealand.
Okay, so we have few queries. So can we just quickly take it up? There is a
Sure,
student
sure.
by the name of Balraj. Yeah, he has asked that he has completed 2 years diploma in 2016, and he has already IELTS as well, overall six band. So his question is like, am I eligible for any program? If yes, please give me basic information about that course. So
See, I need to check that he has diploma in which stream. So once I check the diploma in which stream, and if he can share the documents with me, and after that I can
okay,
share that
so
what all courses.
so if like a student Balraj is going to us, you can just simply drop your number and we will definitely get back to you. And meanwhile, you can share the documents over our mail ID. Right.
Sure, sure.
And there is a one more student that seeking that he has like 3 to 4 years of gap, but gap is already being justified as he's working. So we have already, I think, mentioned that up to 5 years gap is acceptable easily, and there would be no like I mean the flexibility of lesser chances of getting success ratio of visa. So can you just recommend how much the maximum gap limit is acceptable after plus two and after graduation?
See, we accept gap up to 5 to 7 years, and we don't ask for any justification of the gap as well. Like there is no justification also required for the gap.
Okay, okay, fine. So I would like to welcome all the students to send their documents over our mail ID. They can connect to
Sure.
our counseling department, and the next intake would be February now.
See, as I told that we have intakes every month, so we have next intake in December. The students who have already applied and have got the visa. Then we have in, you can say, January, February, and one thing more I would like to share, that there is a possibility that our presidents would be coming to in India, because last he was here in 2019 before. COVID was here, and he might be coming next year March. So he might would like to meet all the, you can say, upcoming students, or maybe the students who have already gone and come back and are settled.
Okay, okay, no problem. So we are looking forward because we already actually the reason behind to conduct this show is only this only because the students have so many queries and they were into dilemma that whether embassy is open or not, what are the like challenges we are going for this appointments and the interviews and all that. So Avicenna International College is going to assist by every means to all the students by their interview preparation and whether it is the like seeking their appointments. So I would request all the students who all are interested to apply for the Hungary study visa can easily connect with us and send their documents and we'll start up the process. So I think this is all from my end and it was a really very informative session for all the students. So
Thank you,
uh,
thank you,
okay.
Tanisha, and thank you all the students, because I know that there are so many rumors in the market. Please don't believe in the rumors, and get the facts, so that you can easily get the visa, easily get the admission, can easily clear the interview and fly to Hungary and study at our prestigious college, that is Avicenna International College. Thank you once again.
Okay, thank you so much, thank you.